Hello, today I'm gonna show you how I will build bracket for mounting stepper motor. I wanted to use this piece of aluminum to make it and make two separate pieces and then screw them together, but it would be a lot of work and definitely a lot of money because aluminum is extremely expensive. But unfortunately I was at the scrapyard and I found this piece, which is some sort of a bracket for construction workers. It is made of steel angled in 19 degrees. As you can see, it has a hole, but we will work around it. I made a CAD model. As you can see, it has a lot of material to cut, that has to be cut off, but it was extremely cheap. Firstly, I will make two cuts like this, and then I will make side cuts. After that, I would cut this big hole. It is 40mm actually, and I will use this tool, this drill bit. It is exactly 41mm, but it's close enough for me actually. As you can see, there is a lot of cuts to be made apart from drilling. I don't have a mill right now, so there's a problem with cutting it. But I will cut all of these using this grinder, this angle grinder with a special blade for cutting steel. I'm not sure if one will be enough, as there is a lot of material to be cut. Let's start with marking the first line. I will use a marker to make it visible, and I will scratch it with the calipers. I'm using digital calipers. You can use whatever you want. This way you can easily see the line. Now we can start grinding. As you can see, it's not very precise, but now we're gonna use a table grinder. Now it is precise and square, and that's what is very important. Right now we have 3 of those made. I've made all the cuts, all the grinding, and their dimensions are exact. Now I'm gonna make this big 40mm hole. I'm gonna use this drill bit, but first I'm gonna drill pilot holes. Okay, after drilling pilot hole, we're gonna use this big drill bit and make our 40mm hole. It is very important to sketch it up precisely because we want the existing hole to be inside the hole that we are making. After drilling this hole, let's check it out if it's correctly made, and let's put the stepper motor for a second in there. Okay, let's mark holes that we will use to screw the stepper motor to the bracket. As usual, I use permanent marker. And then I use calipers to sketch out all the dimensions. Now we're gonna drill it out. I will use a 4.2mm drill, because that's the drill you should use if you want to tap this hole into M5. I've made all holes. I've also countersunked them, so I'm sure that they're perfect. After drilling all the holes and countersunking them, I will tap all those holes with M5 tap. Here you can see all three brackets after tapping, and the only thing to do is to mark and make holes to mount this bracket to the surface. As usual, I'm using marker and caliper to mark everything out. It's very simple and very effective way. Now I'm using 5mm drill bit to drill those holes, and then I will countersunk them with a bigger drill. Okay, here you have all three brackets with all holes made, all holes tapped, and all holes countersunked. They are cut to dimensions, exactly to dimensions. The last thing I'm gonna do is round the edges using table grinder. It is just for visual effect and for safety. The next step is to clean all the parts. Here you can see all brackets cleaned and ready for painting. Okay, here you have final product. I made 3 of those. I think they look fine. The dimensions are correct. They're very strong and very cheap. Thanks for watching. See you next time.